Every now and then, Spotify creates some interesting studies and they share with us. First of all, if you enjoyed the virtual reality stuff that we just did, or you want more of them or whatever, put some unicorns in the chat. So as I was saying, Spotify created, or they worked on a fan study where every quarter they show you a little bit what the fans are doing, how they listen to music, etc., etc. And I believe that a lot of artists, they don't really care about those things, but I really believe that the more you know about your listeners, the more you know how to serve them your art, or at least if you want, you can do art that is interesting to them. So this is the fan study, and so fans make it possible, and we have the data to prove it. Okay, welcome to Fan Study from Spotify for Artists, a quarterly exploration into fandom around the world. With each edition, we'll analyze millions of data points and uncover new insight to help you and your team, to help your team develop the fan base you need to reach your goal. All right. So this is the global edition. Oh, that's different stuff. Oh, merchant music, reach, engagement, release. That's not some small stuff. We're gonna need some time to read that. All right. I don't know if we're gonna read all this today, but at least we can. Oh wait, no, April 2022. That was November. So wait, those are different ones. Okay. So this is the one that I want to do, from April 2022. All right. So those, I think, are very, very important data sets that you need to use to understand your clientele. So look at this. Artists around the world continue to break down barriers, cross border, and connect with more fans than ever before. See how Malcolm Beats, just on time. See how you can develop a more global fan base in a connected world. Hey, listen, Malcolm Beats and I will have a new track called If I Could Walk Away. You guys should listen to it. So, something very important that a lot of artists don't realize. Fandom today is borderless. And it's interesting that fandom today is borderless when personally, my whole career, I've been working towards a borderless fan base. I never thought as, I live in Paris, so I have to only sing in French or only try to reach those people. Now, I've always been like, yo, listen, I speak and understand 8 languages, so I'm going to use everything I have in my arsenal to expand to the world. And this is why my fan base is global today. But it's interesting that the platforms are actually finally catching up to the way I do it. So look, fandom today is borderless. Fans recognize that great music can come from anywhere. On average, global listeners stream artists from 14 different countries every month. For listeners in Europe, it's even higher, with 16 countries per month. Of course, because Europe is 28 of us. 27? So, fans are putting a world of artists on the charts. Wow. Asia Pacific, Latin America, and Middle East, Africa. Percentage of weekly top songs from outside North America and Europe. This is great. So you see, like now 20% of the people come from outside Europe and North America. Because back in the days, those who were making la pluie le beau temps, like we say in French. It was like Madonna, Michael Jackson, everywhere. Now you can have people coming out of South Africa being number one on all around the world, and everybody's kind of playing more or less with the same tools, even if financially not everybody can do the same promotion, but at least on the platform it's an equal marketplace. That's super interesting. There's never been more representation from more places on Spotify charts. In fact, in just the last 5 years, the proportion of track reaching our global weekly top songs chart from outside of America and Europe has more than doubled. That's beautiful. And here you can see the charts. So if you can see, like, so these are tools that we have when you're an artist on Spotify. You have access to those different charts, and you can see what is working all around the world, weekly and daily. So for example, you can even see by city. Look at this. Those are all the different cities. You can see what is working where. So let's say, for example, you want to know like what is number one in São Paulo in Brazil, for example. And you can see the top songs that's in Brazil. And you can go from, and you can see, you can choose from where. Like there's so much data that you can look for, and you can and you can even change city. Like, oh, these are all the cities in Brazil. Those are all the different cities in Brazil. That's crazy. So those are just the charts in Brazil. So this is what is viral today in Brazil. Wow. Pastor Ducci is viral in Brazil right now. Pastor Ducci on it. No, that's crazy. Wow, from 94. And it just got viral today in Brazil. That's beautiful. And you see, you have all the information. That is crazy. And you can go from country to country. So let's go to Portugal, for example. So daily, look at that, Drake. Daily top songs in Portugal. Wow, so much info. That's from Brazil. A lot of Brazilian songs are killing it right now in Portugal. Wow, that's crazy. That's beautiful. So let me go back to the study. International, listen to this. International collaboration might be your ticket to a whole new fan base. This is something I've been doing, which collaborate from people who are huge somewhere else. Because once you do the track, you get direct access to their fans. So those are stuff that as a creator you can do. And as a creator of anything else, collaborations with other people will always bring you new people. So working with an artist from another country doesn't just broaden your perspective, it can broaden your international reach in a big way. In fact, almost 84% of stream on international collaboration come from outside the main artist country versus under 60% for single artist track. Yeah, exactly. 4, new fans come from far and wide to find you. Wow. While you might think that most new fans come from nearby, or data tells a very different story. On average, 66% of new artist discovery happen outside an artist's home country. And once they find you, they engage like crazy. That's true. Because personally, if you look at my data, where did I find it? Every month I get added in 23,000 playlists, and I have 24,000 people saving my songs here and there. What happened Friday? That's Malcolm's new song that he's doing this. And every person every month listens to my song 3,000 times, 3,300 times. That's crazy. And when I check my the playlist, for example, I have all these playlists playing my songs. I don't even know how many playlists listeners. 67,000 playlists are playing my tracks. That's crazy. And you can have so much data. For example, my top song right now, because of TikTok, of course, is Something Going On, and the Guyad remix that came out 2 years ago. And I'm doing 222,000 streams per month. And this is all TikTok. Now imagine that. So every day it's being played like 8,000 times. Look at that. And most of this, and you can see where. So France is really like where this exploded, because of the French Zouk hip hop, Zouk TikTok. That's really where this track exploded. And look now, in terms of playlists, it's inside of 16,000 playlists. This is crazy. This is crazy. Let me go back to the fan study. First artist build. What up, Kid Ashton? Yeah, there's no age to be my fan. Thank you, and welcome to the show. First artists build global fan bases at home, then they go global. Interesting. In the year of their first release on Spotify, our data show that the majority of artists get more new followers from their home countries than from abroad. But after 5 years, 57% of the artists see more followers growth outside their home country. Interesting. Very interesting. Fans from Thailand don't keep their favorite songs to themselves. Oh, they share a lot. Fans from Thailand share tracks from Spotify more than fans from any other country. And it's not even close. With an average of 7.9 shares per listeners every month. It's more than 80% higher than the global average. Wow. I need some Thai fans. Germany and South Korea keep it on repeat. Super fans in Germany and South Korea go deepest with their favorite artists, streaming their artists 63 and 46% more than the global average. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, it's something that you have to do as an artist. You have to make sure that your fans follow you, so they receive your tracks and then they play it. No matter what you want to achieve in music, fans make it possible. That is true. Wow. That's so cool. Oh, that's another one. That's for merch. We'll check this one another time. But yo, listen, that was very interesting. So these are always very interesting insights to your own business as an artist. And yeah, listen, that was interesting. It's a lot of people, I realized that a lot of people, they are just trying to, on the internet especially, they are trying to make music and to create art for the people in their city. They are trying to be famous where they live, when, listen, you can create a whole museum of your work on the metaverse, and you have your music everywhere. As long as somebody has a phone, they can listen to your music anywhere in the world. So why would you only work for the people who you see in the clubs, when you can have people on the other side of the world listening to your music? Again, look at my audience and look at where they are. If you look at the top 10 countries where my music is listened, you will see that it's number 1, France, number 2, Portugal, 3, United States, So those are already two different continents. Then the Netherlands, Canada, UK, Spain, Germany, Brazil, Belgium, Switzerland, Italy, Mexico, South America, third continent, Australia, fourth, Sweden, Luxembourg, South Africa, fifth, Norway, Angola, Mozambique, Chile, and those, India. Look at that. Like, the beauty of those platforms is that a platform like Spotify or Apple Music are global. Anybody with a phone can listen to your music all around the world. So we're still missing China, but there's other platforms for China, of course. But Spotify is not in China. I don't think it's in Russia as well. I'm not sure it was. But look, Kazakhstan, Mongolia have people listening to me, Uzbekistan, India have 1,000 people listening to me. Of course, almost 80,000 people in France, Spain, Portugal, and now Spotify is almost everywhere in Africa. So look, people can listen to you everywhere. So when you have catalog like me, listen, all these people are paying you a little bit of money as they listen to your music. And a lot of people, when they are thinking about their music and stuff, all they try to do is just play for and listen to advice of their friends who are near them. And your friends will never explain to you how people are listening to you in Ukraine or in Yugoslavia or in Colombia, because they don't know. So they're going to give you advices. Oh, you have to do this and that and that because I was in the club yesterday. But what about out there? When I was in Kharkiv, and listen, we're still praying for you, Ukraine. But when I was in Kharkiv before the war, I remember I was posting music. And every time I was posting something of people dancing to Urban Keys, Malcolm was sending me comments. It was like, yo, that's my beat. I was like, what? And then I was posting something else and he was commenting, yeah, that's my beat too. I was like, yo, they only listen to you out here. So then I was telling Malcolm, I remember after coming back, I was like, bro, I heard so many of your beats playing out there in the Urban Keys. So you probably have a lot of people that know you out there or at least they know your music out there in Ukraine, in Russia, in all East Europe, Romania, all these places where Urban Keys, so it's a more hip-hop way of dancing kizomba, all these people, they know you. So you have to do something about it and start making more music for those people as well as music for the people from here, because we now have the data.